What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dash, come back to Real Takes. Well, you guys, I'm doing something a little different than I normally don't get to do because it's kind of hard sometimes the way YouTube is set up. But this is going to be a TV reaction, and this will be to HBO Max's new show called The Nevers. I did get a chance to check out the trailer, and I liked what I saw. I like some of the cast that's in this. It's a full, so kind of like a star-studded cast, in my opinion, and it's definitely something a little different. There's other shows I've actually watched over the course that I've done a couple, I'd say not a full reaction, but mostly like a commentary discussion after the episode, as opposed to that, because when you're doing YouTube, you got to be careful because you don't want to get flagged. So we're going to try this out, see if I'm able to get this up. So hopefully when you all see this, hopefully I can say that it's up for you all to enjoy a little bit of it. So with that said, let's go and get into it. And as I always say, I will just discuss this in a little bit more detail after the fact. So. In the world?
Mrs. Troop,
Miss Adair?
you look very fine.
I think so too. Why is she chained?
Oh my
Infection? Go at the others.
Get out, I say. Myrtle was the only one could earn a wage with the new labour laws. Now this. Would you like that?
Speak, Myrtle.
You mean speak Satan?
Nie dębę nim hakunda słowo mnie cuka.
See?
Oni nama ting tada, zo kai mi nie hat brak. Zo kai in hua.
Myrtle, you can understand me, yes? Ding da dong ma. Chinese! Most of it. Some of it may have been Russian, and I want to say Turkish.
Oh.
Right. Come on, let's go.
Ooh.
Heads down! Out of the way! One side!
The Prime Minister will not be taking a position on the touched, nor will he allow any official debate on the subject. Not until we understand the nature and breadth of the attack.
Attack? You're declaring the touched a direct threat against the Empire.
Which we here are sworn to protect. We are the first generation accustomed to the impossible. What women are appalled by today, they will accept tomorrow and demand the day after that, and the immigrant, and the deviant. That is the power being wielded, and not by us.
Mind your head. Was a digger stumbled on her. Near had a kiss, they did. Yeah, you see the stab wounds?
No, man, has he done this?
Did you see? That's the message.
So you're going to tell me what was here before you dressed it up? Because one more lie, and I'm not on the case. I'm the fucking angle of death.
Ralph, I can't ride in it, so I don't see what...
No, it's just, I recalled you saying you didn't have anyone your own age to talk to.
Oh,
Oh my.
I'm Miss Chataway, but you may call me Primrose. I hope we'll be friends. So, what's your turn? I'm large.
Myrtle has a language situation, and I imagine she could use a cup of tea.
She just now got word from the widow who runs the affair that some touch girl was attacked. I mean, the girl's fine, but Lavinia, she's a flame. It's time society accepted that the touched are amongst us, and they're in... And I said, well, they're not.
He is concerned. Augustus Bidlow is above reproach and beneath contempt. He's perfect.
For what?
You don't have to wear that anymore. Oh, right. You are the maid.
I think I need to be there.
Trouble?
Do you like each other? What's going on?
Catherine will have
All
supper
right.
ready soon.
Tension.
Sabine, you really think I can fit into this?
Give us a room.
Oh, I forgot he's in this.
A sodium. Pardon the stench. You cannot get that man into a bath. Declan Oren.
The Beggar King.
You called me out so I'd be forced to help you. And now you've told me that to my face. I'm genuinely searching for a way that this spins out. That I don't kill you. You're mad enough to make this worth it. But you're mad enough to try not to. If it goes that way, I will cut your face to a mess.
This isn't my face.
What possible benefit in replacing it with employees?
The singular. One may refer to a single employee, whereas the employed can only be used to describe a mass of people. It doesn't allow for the idea that a single worker may be a whole and meaningful being.
Mrs. Amalia True, Miss Adair. May I introduce Lord Masson?
I killed the devil.
Is this for...
You shall have a wreath of eels with the tail in your mouth. Please. Please. Don't go. Oh, bugger it. Take the angel. She fell!
Ooh.
Stop!
Ooh, the last turn. Ooh. Where's her friend to help her?
Boss!
Okay.
Take the fucking champagne, Frank. You'll want it. You see, I know the name of the girl Melody took. And so do you.
Tiny touch girl.
Oh, my buddy.
like that word, touched. Like the finger of God, give a few us a little poke. See where it hurts.
She won't kill her. Not right away, we have time. We have some time.
And you found an invigorating way to spend it.
I started it.
Yes. Oh no. Is that his daughter? All right, you guys, I really enjoyed the pilot episode. This was really good to set the tone for what we're pretty much in store for. You kind of just see majority of the cast kind of going through their day. We're getting used to some of the different faces, and of course, the ones that definitely stick out really definitely to me was the character played by Laura Donnelly and Skelly. Laura looks like, of course, at first I'm not sure what's going on, but you can clearly see that she's probably dealing with something, hence when she decides to basically push herself into what looks like to the water. Now, at the beginning, you of course don't see what's really going on because it's like a glimpse, and then it kind of goes right into what's considered 3 years later of what's happening in the town. And from there, you kind of see a lot of just going on, with the ladies. They're going to visit this one particular family who're dealing with a child, has these certain, unusual abilities, whichever, in this instance, her verses in different types of language. She understands when people speak English, but she can't speak it. She's speaking all this different stuff like Chinese, a little bit of very Russian, just a whole bunch, which was really interesting. But I like how they're there, but then you see that they get a little bit of danger in the midst of trying to help the young girl, and they end up getting out of the situation barely, and then end up at an orphanage. And then that's kind of be the key of where a lot of these individuals, mostly girls, young ladies, young women, are here. And that's where I'm really looking forward to seeing a little bit understanding, and hopefully over the course of the show it'll show a little bit more backstory, so we can get to see some more of the other girls and how it happened. Because throughout the show you see certain men discussing, and one in particular, I want to remember his name. Oh gosh, what is it? It was, I think, did I write it even down? Pip Torrens outside. Let me just write it down because I'm not familiar with him. His face looks familiar, but it's just not registering with me. But very demure and very serious tone with trying to understand the situation and certain things. And of course, with that error being that since this all involves women, and thinking with that comes a different change in the way the women, carry themselves, deal with them, what they want, feeling that, they're not going to be in regards to at that time and era, stay, I want to say honestly, in their place. So they're going to want more, whatever. So with some of them having these certain, abilities or powers of such, they don't know how to, see this. So he's trying to get to the bottom of it. So with that, you meet some other characters. One, I get to see was Nick Frost, because Laura's character wanted to meet, because she's like, we're in danger. We need, basically you need your help. We need your muscle, whichever. And there's a really intense scene with him that I really like, where he tries to intimidate her, but she's not perplexed by him. She's not, and it kind of catches him off guard. I don't think he knows how to just, entertain her. You get another one by, what is his name? I want to say, another Dennis O'Hare. He's a doctor in this one. I can feel like we're going to get definitely very cunning, a little bit of comedic, parts with him. Just like how he was when he was in True Blood. I just love me some Dennis O'Hare. He's awesome. Another one I enjoyed in this one, just writing, because I wanted to write some names. I don't like to figure people. James Norton. And the way I see James Norton in this, from this first episode, it just comes off as a hoe. Just, oh my God, he's just, a male hoe. But then with him comes the fact that he has an agenda as well. He comes off like he's all about the ladies, whichever, and doing anything, whatever, but he definitely has certain things, so I don't know if he uses it as a facade, so people don't really know what he's up to, whichever. And it's a possibility, but I really feel like he does, because of the situation where another character I recognized, because I kept staring at him with the beard, is Ben Chaplin's in this. And I was really excited to see him. Been a fan of some of his work. And it looks like he owes some money, he owes some debts that I think Buddy had paid for him. So it's going to be very interesting, and then the fact that one of the girls who got, catched by another character played by Amy Mason, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Amy Manson, I think. She was really good. I liked the little scene between her and Laura Conley. They got a little fight sequence, and it was really, really good. And she was very intriguing in her scene, when they were, at, watching, the play. So it's going to be interesting with that. I'm really looking forward to seeing all the different characters. There's a gentleman who helps the ladies at the orphanage. And when you see the ending, I was literally mesmerized by the ending, especially with this particular gentleman who's kind of like their little doctor. It looked like he had a family. So that's why I feel like it's a lot of stuff we didn't get to see in the pilot. It just kind of showed a little bit glimpses here, when, of course, Laura Conley's character jumped into the war like she was trying to commit suicide. I feel like she was going through something, just the way she was walking, kind of, alone, head down. And when whatever this little type of ship of some sort just coming by, and it's like these little beams of light, and just these sprinkles come down, and certain females, got it. Some of them kind of took to it and kind of like was in a trance by it. Then you have one young girl who actually passed out, and that's where it gets really interesting, because I want to say Pitt Torrance's character, I don't know if she was a granddaughter or his daughter, passed out. I don't know if she, don't think she lived. So I feel like that's one of the reasons that's kind of, driving him to understand, what is going on. How did this happen? Why is it mostly the female? And it's just really interesting, and it sets up a good storyline for us to understand. And in knowing that these individuals, these young ladies, just young women, are in danger, and seeing the scene with Laura and Skelly actually, in, a horse-drawn, trying to get away from the bad guys, and seeing their faces, and then just not realizing, like, okay, are these creatures? Are these actually human guys? I can't tell. They just look so just creepy. But again, really enjoyed it. I'm really interested in seeing how this progresses with each episode. I'm definitely intrigued. So I'm going to put the time in. And like I said to you guys, be as much stickler as I can possibly can, because I know I've done this stuff in the past where I tried to upload and YouTube will cut it. So I most likely will have it somewhat blurred, whatever, and try not to have too much audio. One thing I can say, you got to be careful with that, and also careful with whatever, because no one's trying to be dealing with no copyright. So I will see what we can do, and hopefully you'll get an episode every week, maybe a day or two after the show. So with that said, you guys, comment below, let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction. You guys take care.